Welcome to another episode of Sorry for My Language, episode 21. We of age. Yeah, episode 21. You see me trudging along on this journey here. I appreciate all y'all for being with me. Tell a friend, do these things, like, subscribe, and sit back and enjoy, or stand up and enjoy, or drive your car in your traffic and enjoy, or sit in your bed and enjoy, or don't enjoy and leave a hateful comment, or leave a supportive comment, or say something to yourself without even commenting. All of these things are options. I mess with you for doing each one of them on your timeline. You know? This is sponsored by Grindstone Universal. Go to grindstoneuniversal.com. It's the place where progress is made and truth is revealed. You know, and I'm wearing something right now that is grindstone specific. Let me let you peep. Let me let you peep what I'm doing. Ooh. Uh-huh. Ooh. Yeah. I have one request. Give me a lot of money, please. What? Give me a lot of money, please. I got a run, I can't do nothing with a tease. I got a son, I can't do nothing with a taste. Please don't push to put this thing off in your face. Give me a lot of money, please. Yeah. Now that sounds fresh as hell. But the reason why give me a lot of money, please, is what I'm talking is because today's topic, we're going to slide right off into this joint. Today's topic is about what happened on Wall Street today. Something very special happened in tech, and something very special happened as a result of what happened in tech. So much is going on. This is a monumental day. It's a hell of a moment. So for those of you all who are out the loop, don't trip. I'm here to bring you in the loop about two things today in episode 21 of Sorry for My Language. Number one, I'm going to get a lot of y'all hip to cryptocurrency and what that is about. Okay, I know it stands as a mystery to many, and we're beyond the point of things being mysterious that we could research and access. So in this situation, I'll act as a source that you can begin to source other information from. Cosign, say I'm lying, prove me wrong, prove me right, do it for you, don't do it for me. But this is at least a basis that I'm about to give you about cryptocurrency so you could go forward and learn about what this whole thingamajig is about. I'm also going to talk to you about the stock dropping, but more importantly than the stock dropping, the tech glitch or the tech takeover that happened today. It was in tech that happened today. America was on the downside of that. China was on the upside of that. So let's get to it. Who are we fooling? Right now, the main deal is tech, right? Tech. AI. Tech. It runs absolutely everything that we run through and that we like to do. Okay? So it's about time we stop running from it and we just start really involving ourselves in how it can make our lives better by using it. We already use it when we use GPS, a remote control, whatever TV package you watch your sports on or your TV show on. It's tech operating several of those things. And so we're already part of it. It's time to learn it. Now, what I am not an advocate of, this is just me, I'm not an advocate of tech replacing organic human interaction or humans developing. So I don't want you to forget how to read or write. That would suck. The three R's are still necessary: read, write, and arithmetic. The three R's, right? So, cut through the chase. In tech, you have artificial intelligence, which really low key runs the stock market. If you have your smartphone, you're asking what the weather is going to be or whatever. That is part of artificial intelligence, AI. And different tech giants are using brutal force in the tech world to make theirs the best. I think on Twitter or X, I get confused on which to call it, but on X you have Gronks. That's the tech that is specific to their platform. On on the metaverse, where you have Facebook and Instagram, you have Meta AI. That's the AI that they made for theirs to be rocking out. On Google, you got Google AI, and I think Google Meta AI. It's just all these things are the engines. It's like the combustible engine of the new style, and we in the new style era. Okay, tech baby. The person who bought that big old house, the person who's over there flossing is because they had something touching tech, whether they invested in it, they invented something. They're streaming using tech and they're the most popular streamer or whatever it is. We're inundated by it. Okay, but artificial intelligence is one of those things that allows things to happen without a person doing it all. But a person might be controlling it, a person might be commanding it. I'm going to go a little off the rails here. Sometimes a computer can teach a computer how to do something. When computers are teaching computers how to do everything, that's a very controversial thing in this tech space. And hey, look, I'm a tech amateur-esque type dude, but that's called singularity. That's when machine takes over. When machines can update machines and machines can teach machines and machines can program machines, you're at the point of singularity. I don't know why it's called singularity, but that's when shit goes super left and it's all bad. Beware of singularity. Whenever you hear anybody talking about it, that was the one thing Elon Musk said he's scared of. That South African unbaked chicken man ain't scared of nothing else except singularity. And niggas taking over. So here we are. NVIDIA, NVIDIA. That is a company who makes computer chips that run AI. They make programs, they produce several things that are necessary to AI, and it's an American-based company. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about any of this. This is me just talking what I think I know. I could be wrong. So NVIDIA has gotten a lot of people a lot of money over the past 5 years because they really invested in NVIDIA. For me, it really became a noticeable thing. And I'm saying noticeable to me, not like I built any wealth off NVIDIA. I have not. But, and shame on me. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna know something and not move around in that space? Anyway, NVIDIA is a company where a lot of stock is piled into there for people who are betting on the future of AI. NVIDIA has been America's secret weapon in tech. Like, hell yeah, we got this. So just 5 days ago, from when I'm recording this right now, from 5 days ago, Donald Trump and his billionaire partners, homeboy who is the CEO of the Oracle, some other dudes, I can't even remember who they were. It doesn't even matter to me like that right now. But during his inauguration run, they had a whole press conference about the new $500 billion AI hub that's going to be in America called Stargate. Did you hear me? $500 billion. Who's gonna match that? Who gonna put up money like my partners? You know what I'm saying?
What is it really? What is it really? Tell me what's it really all about? What's it really all about?
Yo. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm one of Donald Trump's buddies. I got 100 on there. Really?
Well, I'm one of Donald Trump's buddies, and I got 200 billion on that.
And I'm one of Donald Trump's buddies, and I got 50 billion on that. Not so fast. Not so fast. I'm getting better with my tech, by the way. We in tech. Not so fast. So this is how they paraded themselves out in front of everybody for this press conference, right? And they talked about Stargate. That's a big ass name. It sounds like damn, they got something. And it just seemed like the evil empire had been totally validated, and the country boys was gonna turn this up and white people win. Damn. Everybody was deeply in their feelings who wasn't in the top 0.01% of the money makers in the world, or in America at least. Like, damn, they really just about to space AI us to death, and they're going to fuck it up and make all the bread. Then Trump came out with a meme coin. This is how this is going to bridge into the cryptocurrency talk, right? So came out with a meme coin. I will explain to you what a meme coin is later, but basically it's a token in the cryptocurrency blockchain, like on the stock market of cryptocurrency. But when it's a meme coin, that means it means nothing. The meme means nothing. It's just a coin. Hey, fuck it. If you're popular, I'm popular. Give me just let's do this Ponzi scheme. That is a literal Ponzi scheme when you have a meme coin. The coin has no function. It has no history of any type of performance or value. It's just fuck it. Throw money at my feet into my coin. That way, when it's time for us to cash out, we can all cash out together. Now, on January 18th, Trump's coin entered the market, I think, and it was worth like $13 and some change. The next day, or the next couple days, it got up as high as $73, pushing $74, right? So if you put hella money, let's say hundreds of thousands, let's say a few millions off in that joint, right? And it went from 13 to 70 something, you made a lot of money. You came off. Well, all that noise grabbed headlines. The Trump coin. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw that silly ass shit. So the Trump coin was the shit. It gathered so many billion. Had the amateurs scratching their head thinking, man, maybe I need to go ahead and put some money in this Trump coin. Especially some of y'all yellow-bellied sap suckers who voted for Trump thinking that he was the Santa Claus to get your ass rich. But in this little clip, this fool done got inaugurated for president. He came out with a meme coin where you were supposed to get rich if you joined in on it. He came out with a few meme coins for his family members. Just fuck it. Melania, you want one? Barron, you want one? Just started throwing out these meme coins, expecting people to follow because he's the king of his universe. And then the motherfucker he introduced Stargate Stargate AI on stage. So it's looking like the money is just coming like tumbleweeds. Boom, 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 boom. Now, this is what happened today. And I know I took the long way around. Forgive me. This is what happened today. China, for whatever reason, they had introduced this shit like a few days ago. But China just came out on the market and blasted with Deepseek. Listen to me. Deepseek. China came out
With
Deepseek is the #1 downloaded app in the Apple App Store right now. Deepseek is an AI that's open source, meaning you can see everything behind. Is transparent in terms of how it was built and transparent in terms of how it was used. You can see everything about it, and people can use it, so it ain't no hoax or fluke. And it already works better than what this whole $500 billion scheme was. So imagine you get people to believe in you enough to put 500 billion, half a trillion on your fucking bet. And then here the underdog walks out like the usual suspect and steals all your glow. What? Stole all the glow. Deepseek, if you go on the App Store right now, you'll be able to find this tool. Okay, when I say a tool, it's an app. The app works similar to ChatGPT, just to keep it basic. For those of you all who've never used ChatGPT, it's kind of like Google, okay? But it can answer questions and shit like that, where Google might send you to a source. But Google's AI works like ChatGPT. Anyway, that's me trying to keep it extremely basic. Deepseek is the Chinese equivalent of what they did this big old presidential thing on stage for, and nobody had to get voted in. Nobody had to do all the stuff that Trump and all them did to fuck people over. America spent $500 billion on that. He got $500 billion in investment to bring this back to America. It was said that China's going to take 2 to 3 years so they could catch up with some technology this fly that we about to fuck around and build. It's going to take a minute. Can't fuck with us. It's America, babe. Can't fuck with me, babe. Yeah, okay. China spent $5.6 million. $5.6 million. And came out with something way tighter than whatever they was about to put together for $500 billion. Uh-oh. What does that do? That makes America not seem so efficient anymore. Now, aren't we the ones who just hired Elon Musk, goofy ass, to be the head of something called the Department of Government Efficiency? The Doge, right? Which is actually the name for his meme coin that actually has performed over the past few years. But that's not very efficient, Department of Efficiency. You spent $500 billion in week 1, or you gathered $500 billion for an American hub, and China spent $5.6 million and did your ass. That right there, that's worse than. I'll give you an example of what it's like. I was talking about this earlier. For those of you all who follow boxing, and for those of you all who know the story, if not, you should go look at the story. It's worth it just being an American knowing the story. Mike Tyson was the man in the 90s, okay? He was whooping everybody. Mike Tyson fought a fella named Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas was not expected to do any damage to Mike Tyson. And what happened? Buster Douglas put him on his pockets. That's what happened. Buster Douglas put the king, Mike Tyson, on his pockets that night. Whooped him. Goose-egged his eye. Couldn't find his mouthpiece. It was the first time we'd ever seen the champ down. It was foul. It scarred everybody. Well, hey, that's what the F just happened today with the Trump team. They got put on their pockets. And when Wall Street investors saw that shit, they were like, wait a minute. I put all my bread into the future of America in these tech packages and these fucking stocks that I thought were going to go through the roof and take care of me forever. I thought I was rich. Ain't this the golden era? Ain't this what the man said on stage? It's the golden era. Isn't that what he said? Oh, yeah. That's what he said. And your ass lost money. Because that nigga say a lot of shit that ain't on point, right? Your ass lost some money today. That stock I was telling you about, that company, that microchip manufacturer, NVIDIA, today they lost over $500 billion in their stock. $500 billion. What? How many zeros is that? Right quick. Come on, right quick. Exactly. We don't see numbers like that. They lost $500 billion. That's how much that's how much China's 5.6 million put in the right place, dragged them. I downloaded Deepseek today. I'll be using that. I'm not going to be using that old shit I was using. And there's power in that, right? So as much as we be talking about we want shit to change, you kind of got to fuck with the new shit you want to fuck with, right? So when it comes to Instagram, man, migrate that shit over to fan base, you know? So it's kind of like, don't hop all the way out of Instagram. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to hop all the way out of Instagram and on the fan base, but I'm going to start fucking with fan base a little more and more. So it's kind of like I'm going to transition from fan base, from IG to fan base. Because I know, like, you know, my people who are familiar with me are still there. But fan base is operating in a way that I feel shit should be handled. Check out Fanbase. Download Fanbase. Download Deepseek. Another social media platform is Blue Sky. I spoke about this in an earlier joint. I'm not going to hop all the way out of Twitter and on the Blue Sky, but I'm going to tip it and spill my shit over there. So then, like, when everybody else comes to the party, I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I was already here. We was living and giving. You know, it was good.
What is it really? What is it really?
I'm making tech look more fun than it is. It's not that tech is hella interesting to me like that, because it's not. But I appreciate the people who do find it interesting enough to make the world do what it's supposed to do with it. But more importantly, it is interesting how you have new bullies now. I swear the nerds run the world. The nerds really do run the world. And they ran that checkup today. And they ran all them dudes who was on stage just 5 days ago at the inauguration. And then you got all these rappers tap dancing because they think they about to touch the bread. You in the wrong country with the wrong clique trying to touch that crypto bread. You was in the wrong room doing that shit, dummy. I know all y'all got a sack full of Trump meme coins. You got had for that. And you had to tap dance and sacrifice your whole reputation for dudes who got knocked off the map in 5 days. Damn. Now, not to say that NVIDIA is dead, because it's not. But I know a lot of people who bought high. I know you real standing next to that window thinking if you should jump out. It's a trip. So let me slow it down. You have Oracle, you have MGX, NVIDIA, Microsoft. It's a few others involved in the landscape of the American AI movement right now. And we was, Silicon Valley was supposed to put the team on our back and was supposed to be the shit and win out. But there's something about the bad spirit in which all this shit is done that I think it's only right that David whoops Goliath. So, it's a battle that was won today by China. And when I look at it, it's a war that's going to happen in the tech world. Kind of like we had a previous war when everybody in the 60s, they were trying to figure out whose rocket's going to land on the moon first, who could get to space first. Like, that was a whole thing. Then what was it? Like the Cold War in the 80s. I just skipped the whole 70s. I know people's battling over something in the 70s. I don't know. But then, you had the Cold War in the 80s. They talking who got the biggest missiles and the nukes and all that shit, right? So these countries always be having pissing contests. When I say pissing, it brings to mind this one joke. Joke time. Some of y'all might be familiar. So it was two dudes standing on the top of a bridge, right? They were standing on the Golden Gate Bridge. One dude was from Mississippi, and one dude was from the Bay Area. And so they stand, they be like, I bet you I could piss off this bridge further than you. And then so they was like, all right, well, let's go. So one dude, so then they unzipped their pants, pulled their junk out. And one dude was like, man, the Bay Area dude, he was like, man, this water cold. And then the Mississippi dude said, and deep too. Whatever. That was a little anecdote. You'll catch it in the car on the way home if you didn't get it already. But what I'm saying is that's what America and all these other countries do. They have pissing contests to see who got what, who could build the tallest thing, and in this the people get forgotten, right? So now even the people who followed Trump's lead, even the people who tap dance and DJ for their little check and sacrificed their whole career of their people believing in them being a solid one, look at who you just followed and look how easily they got done in. That 500 billion got smacked around for 5.6 million by China and Deepseek. And you're going to be using Deepseek and your kids are going to be using Deepseek. That other shit is of the past already. That's another thing about this tech. It gets played out hella fast. It gets reinvented hella fast. Now that's my amateur explanation of what happened in the stock market today. But people are panicking because they're seeing everything that they thought was safe. It ain't like that. Several people were rich the day before yesterday and broke like as of today. It's fucked up. It's life in the big city though, right? That's how it is.
Oakland, California, that's where I'm from. Don't stop macking. Don't stop capping. Don't stop macking.
That's life in the big city. And you just got to take it. So I'm glad that Goliath done stepped up, that David done stepped up already and, kind of show Goliath what was up right quick. And we have a new Goliath. Shit. Buster Douglas is the champ now. Ain't that about a bitch? Anyway, that's what happened in the stock market. You're going to hear so much more about Deepseek. There are major alarms going off in America's financial sector. There are even bigger alarms going off in America's tech sector. And while you think that this is so far removed from you, it's so very close to you because if you're witnessing this, some of the tech that I'm talking about is used to bring this to you. And certain people have put money behind it, hoping that this will grow. So it's like, we're all a part of this whole swim. It's Adult Swim right now. We all part of it. We all in the plunge, So that's that. And when people compare the stock market to a casino, they're not far off. It's a whole lot of shit you betting on, and you don't control the hand. You know what I'm saying? You could bet the field. Say you're at the craps table, you could bet the field, but that still don't mean that the field ain't gonna get swiped every now and then. Every now and then, the house gonna come gather its bread. And so Wall Street saw that happen today. $600 billion was lost out of one fucking stock. That stock will bounce back, but it might not reach its whole dominance. I'm gonna buy some of that shit when it dropped to $99. It's about at 118 now. I think it closed at 118. But anyway, that's too fucking technical, and I don't really give that much of a fuck. But it's really amazing at the chances that people take with their lives, and they walk around and they think that they have something. They think they're rich, but they're really just paper champs. You know what I'm saying? It's like your money is tied up into a ball that's in the air, like a beach ball. And as long as people keep hitting that beach ball in the air, you do have money. But sometimes all the hands go in pockets and the ball drops. So a lot of people found themselves like that. You're going to see a lot of people in public places with a little bit of nervousness. Just how it is. So now, this is also a big player, and I get asked this question. I get asked about this every now and then. Let's talk about crypto. Cryptocurrency. 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 I be going crazy with all these little doodads and gadgets. Okay, very briefly, what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is currency that is encrypted. It goes between one point and another point without a third party being introduced to the transaction. Now, peep this. I'm going to make it simple for you. If you got some cookies and I want to buy some cookies and I got cash, I give you the money, you give me the cookies. Bam, transaction done. A to B. Let's run that back. If you got some cookies and I want some cookies, but you're in another state, I got to send you the money. I can't just send you the money. I have to go to a third party. Cash App, PayPal, the bank, Western Union, Zelle. I have to go, the money has to go here, then to you. That's just for some damn cookies, right? And then you're going to get me the cookies, right? You might even give me the cookies when you see me, but we involved a third person. The encryption of cryptocurrency changes something. It makes it so if you have some cookies and I want some cookies and you're in a different area, I can send you the currency for the cookies. And we didn't have to involve a third party. I just needed your code. Zoop, 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 zoop. Bam, bam. You got what you needed out the deal, and you gonna give me my motherfucking cookies, right? Now, those cookies could be a house. Those cookies could be lotion, a couch, a lamp, a car, human organs. And actually, when we talk about the dark web and when we talk about illicit things when it comes to selling on internet, that's really how Bitcoin was introduced. Bitcoin was introduced on a website called Silk Road. Silk Road was on the dark web. It's the other side of internet. It's different suffixes. That's where the BitTorrents were. Everybody, man, shout out to my early adopters of internet who got busy in the early 2000s. There were different places on internet where you could get different things. Now, there's one website called Silk Road sold everything from weapons to humans to drugs to shoes to cars, everything. And Bitcoin was the way that you would trade shit. Now, that's back when Bitcoin was like $1 or it was something dumb low back then. But this motherfucker made like something around 200 million, something crazy. The dudes who ran Silk Road. And then they got caught off some bullshit. Like they ran a professional operation, no matter, regardless of how illicit it was and crazy. But a rookie mistake pinched them. Dude was serving life. Trump just commuted his sentence. I think he pardoned him, right? And I think part of that reason was, number one, dude, you was doing business. You don't need no life sentence. That was what he was saying. But then I think Trump wanted him to be part of his understanding of how cryptocurrency could be used. That's only my theory. But that was the first time that I had ever been familiarized with cryptocurrency. Now, I got introduced to Bitcoin in 2011. That shit was so cheap. But I didn't buy then because it was always like a joke. It was like, yeah, all right, fuck it, I'll buy it. And I was getting bread then. Like, so it was nothing for me to just put whatever on. I mean, let me get 3,000 Bitcoins tonight. Like, it didn't matter, But it was still kind of a myth to me, but it was one of those myths I was listening to and I was still fucking with it. And then I knew the dude who was telling me, man, he was making big efforts to tell us about it and teach us. This was in 2011. And I listened. Now, I didn't really put money on the wood until 2017. Now, peep this. I was looking at some of my early Bitcoin. Even before I get into me, before I get into what I was using Bitcoin for and all that, cryptocurrency has various what they call tokens. Okay, you could call them stocks, but let's call them tokens. Let's call them what they are. These various tokens, many of them have uses going forward into the world. So you can use, like, some of the things are good for transferring money. Some of the things are good for transferring smart contracts, meaning like I can get information from here to there without a third party. Various things are good for various purposes. Those purposes are called use cases. Those use cases make one cryptocurrency more relevant than the other. Okay? It makes it have more staying power than the other. I'm not going to give you no advice on what you should put money in because that's not my position. I used to, in 2018, 2017, I was giving classes for $100 an hour to change your motherfucking life. Man, you'd have been, you realize what that $100 would have done for you if you listened to me back then, man? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, how come you ain't there? Bitch, you don't know where I'm is. You don't know where I'm is. But check this out. So I was really studying, I really got heavy into cryptocurrency like in 2017, 2018. Might have been 2017. And check these prices out. I was just looking at what I was buying for. So hold on. Oh my God. Portfolio was dumb. So right now, as I'm speaking, Bitcoin is at $102,000, $102,819. Okay. When I started, I bought my first Bitcoin for $1,843. Woo! Oh my God. 1,000 and yeah. The motherfuckers was not listening to me. I was trying to game their ass up, tell them the truth. Sometimes you be a little too far ahead of the curve, though. Right now, let me check this out. Ethereum, $3,200. I bought my first Ethereum for $95. $95. What'd your dinner cost you this weekend when you went out and had a big playoff dinner? What'd your dinner cost you, fool? Sheesh. XRP is at $3.09 right now. I bought my first XRP for 35 cents. Dog, we're not even going to talk about what I had, but I'm just telling you, these numbers are fucking crazy. These numbers are ridiculous. They're ridiculous, dude. And there's still some ridiculous numbers in the market like that where you can really see your feet if you invest. Okay? I'm giving you no tips, but I'm just saying cryptocurrency is an investment tool, so it could be used as an asset class where you buy them just for the asset. And then several people buy it because of the use case and they're really a little more tech leaning and they're like, this is going to be good for that. It makes sense. All right. I just know there are ways that you could get your money in this. You could do a little simple multiplication. And actually the crypto multiplication is a little more complicated than simple, but you could just see, if some shit's 3,200 a day and it was 95 right then, and you put 1,000 on it or 10,000 on it or 100 on it, you see how your shit would become acrobatic. And fools didn't want to listen. So what I'm telling you now in this space right here, right now, like Fela Kuti, let me tell you one thing right now. Let me tell you one thing right now. Don't you go out there and be AI and tech blind. Don't you go out there and let this phase pass you. It's a lot of money to be made and it's a lot of money to be lost. And whether you like it or not, you're part of it already. So you may as well learn about these waters you're swimming in. And some heavy hitters lost a lot of fucking money because their ass is arrogant. American arrogant. They're American arrogant. And they lost. And a lot of them boys they're not really fully educated because this shit is just that fucking new. They know how to work their chips. They know how to do their thing. But globally, it's so fucking new that nobody could really fully call the shot. You just know this train is moving, which makes it a perfect time for you to become a student of how this thing is moving and why. And I don't know what the fuck you spend money on, like when you have extra money or a little, I don't know what you do to make yourself feel good, but why don't you give that dollar a job and tell that dollar to go bring you back another one? You know?
Oakland, California, that's where I'm from.
And that's why I say that. Bitch, 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 make me rich. Give your dollars some work. Go, man, go out there and bring me back 2 or 3 of them. You better come back here. I'm gonna put my goon hand down. You know? So yeah. The tech world, the world of prophecy with AI that came up short and pulled a hamstring today. The cryptocurrency world, the streaming world, the new world, all this stuff in the world, all this stuff that's not organic. If properly handled, it'll give your ass a better organic life, okay? And all this is to study and become a student and learn, kick back, read, shit, learn some shit. You'll see it's a whole different, it's so much more on your timeline than people arguing and breaking up and marrying and cheating and all that shit. It's way more on your timeline. You could fuck around and change your life. At least you could change your perspective, right? You might not touch money that day, that month, maybe not even that year, but you're going to position yourself and then you could get possession. So anyway, this is my tech segment. Sorry for my language. I hope to goodness I didn't run through it too fast for you to get some understanding, but even if I did, you could rewind it. You could share it with a friend. You could get this game because I dropped something on the flow for you to know. And that's real. So anyway, I hope everybody gonna get their bread out of this because that matters. I hope everybody can retain their soul. And I'm going to give you a round of applause for keeping it real with me. And remember, like, subscribe, share. Let somebody else in on our secrets. Until then, I'm out.